Oh. Hello. I am Zuzu. I'm a singing bunny bot. I'm here with a lovely Yamiko. And just a question: do you cook your tater tots? Do you put them? Do you make it? Do you make delicious, nutritious tater tots? Well made, homemade. So they're not frozen. They're made fresh. Got it. Pleased to meet you, everyone, and it's an honor to be here. So let us here with a lovely started. Today we're going to be having some road rage as we get slowly descended to madness as we lose to the CPUs. So that'll be fine. No, any track is good as long as we have our CPUs to compete with. Otherwise, we're just going to be driving just you and me on the track, and it's lonely out there. No, we'll have NPCs. We'll get those NPCs. I like NPCs. That way we can get upset at Donkey Kong because he's on very hard mode for nonsense. I swear, like the AI in Nintendo games are either dumb as like a box of rocks, either that, or it'll be incredibly smart. They'll be big brain Mario Party on master mode DK or some nonsense.
I was muted. I was muted for the entire time.
Oh.
I forgot to mute myself. You guys, you could hear me, Zuzu, but the chat couldn't. Thank you.
So
I just gave my introduction all muted. I didn't check myself.
Oh, well,
it is what it
the way it's
is.
gonna be. VTubers are always accompanied by stuff.
Mm-hmm. Did you want normal computer or easy?
Go for normal.
Okay.
It's a challenge that matters.
Very true. Okay. Do you want 4 races? 6? I think 4 at a time is fine, because that's pretty much a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, that just means I gotta introduce you again, which is my pleasure. So, hello, my precious tater tots. It's great to see you guys again. Today I'm being joined by the lovely Zuzu and Mario Kart. So the scuff will never end, but that's okay.
The scuff and VTubers cannot be separated. It'll always be scuffed, no matter how hard we try.
Okay,
Let
me think here. I want to do...
Let's go race.
I'm gonna do Sherbert Land. I love Sherbert Land. I hope they'll eventually do like the double dash. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I should have, but I didn't.
Oh,
Rainbow Road. Nice.
Not Rainbow Road. Horror. It is horror. Horror show. It's okay, that's fine. Let's go, Canada. Okay, it's fine. Go. 3. Whee! Oh, it's only 100 cc. Oh, this is fun. That's fine. 100 cc is great. I love 100 cc. All of
Do you not normally play on 100 cc?
No, I play like on 200 cc. Oops.
Oh! I'm actually not super great at Mario Kart.
Okay.
My friend Heo is amazing at Mario Kart. And they will always kick my butt. Ah, off the track I go.
It's fine.
I have ascended.
I'll just falling out. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I almost got stepped on by the other thing. Go. Have a banana. Everyone loves bananas.
No! Potassium!
You're getting your recommended daily dose of potassium. After you blue shell, I hear it. set. Hold that break, hold the break, hold the break. There we go. Coin. Magic coins, it's fine. Something to protect myself would be nice though. Oh, that's good.
Ask and ye shall receive. Dang it. Who did the lightning? That's so rude.
It was probably one of the NPCs in last place. They're salty!
They always are.
They didn't get their daily dose of potassium.
No.
Oh, no, 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 no. I see it. It's fine, it's fine. There's another one. Oh, come on. It's not the old factory shell.
I may or may not have received 4 red shells in a row.
That's so many red shells. I don't need them. Can I have a refund on these red shells, please?
I'm sorry, it's past the warranty, and it's already been opened, so we cannot accept it. I remember back when I worked retail.
We're accepting the refunds.
I remember when I worked back in retail, somebody was trying to return a screen protector because it cracked.
What?
Yes.
But then it's already null and void.
Yeah, but I'm like, why? It did its job.
It protected my screen.
Yeah, it protected your screen. It did as it was, as it intended. I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, and like jobs that involve dealing with people all the time is always just strange in general. Like for once for me, someone came in and told me like, yeah, this medication it didn't work. I only cut the pill into like quarters so that I could take it throughout the day, and I was like, it doesn't work like that. You have to take the whole dose at once, or just take it one at a time.
Oh boy, yeah. What do you mean by you can't accept this form? I'm like, dude, you didn't sign your name.
I need the name.
Yeah, it's a legal document and you don't sign your name? Like, how do you do your taxes, my guy?
Through love and friendship and belief, the power of anime, he can do his taxes.
I don't think that's how the government will see it.
Yeah, he'll probably get audited, and people in black suits will show up at his house.
Yeah, that's scary.
It'll be fun. Don't worry about it then. He'll be sleeping with the fishes sometime soon. Top. Safe for whoop. Go. We can't let his. Gotta get out of the BSO. Leave.
I think I'm in first. I can't tell. Your head's in the way.
5th and 6th place is usually the worst place to be. Oh,
I only chose this one because, once again, it's a game keep track. We had this whole conversation of double dash. I'm like, I'm gonna just pick the ones I'm good.
Oh, double dash. Ooh, that's a blue shell. Oh, hi. Wow, I'm just gonna hold on to that. Have fun with it.
I literally just stopped. I'm like, okay, well. There's no point in fighting it, that kind of thing. There's no point in fighting it.
Don't fight it.
Dang it. No.
Don't fight the pain. Accept death.
Oop. Yeah, pro bunny. Yeah, pro bunny.
Not pro bunny. This is Tokyo Drift. Mario Kart Drift. It's a mobile game.
Yeah, I think, weren't people upset that they think that they were importing the tracks from the mobile game?
Oh, I don't mind that because some of the mobile tracks actually look really cool.
Yeah, and it won't matter because like you're gonna be going at such a high speed anyway. Do you think you'd actually notice it?
I'm just happy for more track variety. I mean, Mario Kart 8 has been so sorely needing a track upgrade for so long that we're finally getting one after all of these years. And what? It's been 8 years. This game is ancient.
I had my Switch from day one. I definitely need a new Switch though, because my Switch, whenever I turn it on now, like the fan makes this noise, like a jet engine taking off.
I just need to be. Have you used Can Air before? Can Air allows you to just clean it a little easier. It might help.
Maybe.
Oh, hold on, there's a red shell. I see it. I don't want to believe it, but it's there. Just waiting. It's a blue shell. It's fine.
Sometimes it's just best not to fight those things. That's what I've learned from experience.
It's fine. I don't want the
Rift
banana.
here.
Nope. Don't want it. You can have the banana. You can keep it. You can keep it. Keep the banana. You don't need
No.
it. Hey. Go. Go.
Dang it. Second place. But still not bad.
Not bad. Much better.
Much better.
Let's go, Squid. I can't wait for Splatoon 3, though. I'm really excited for it.
I've never been into Splatoon, unfortunately. It's just not my
Hey.
cup of tea.
I mean, I just like the art style because it's always been so unique, you know?
I will admit, the art style, pretty good. But it's just... I don't think it's my cup of tea, you know?
You know, it's not for everyone, but at least I'm like, alright, as far as shooters go, it's definitely one of the more unique ones, and I don't mind it. We got... what do we got? Oh, I like this track. This track's nice.
I like the pretty tracks.
That's fair. Aesthetics do mean a lot.
Yep. The Rainbow Road in the Double Dash game is so pretty, but it, like, the Rainbow Road looks actually quite delicious. Like, it looks like if you could lick the track, it would taste like sherbet.
Me personally, I'm more akin. I prefer the N64 version, personally. Just because it's nostalgia talking, not really so much if the track is actually any good or not. Coins? What am I supposed to do with these coins? Come back. No, come on. I want a refund on my coins, please.
I mean, you already gave them up, so I mean, I don't know how to help you, man.
I need them. Ooh. I'm gonna hold on to this. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great. We're gonna just fall into it. And...
I have ascended. Apparently, my cart has decided I'm needed elsewhere.
People need it. Do not worry. High speed habit. So, like, what kind of games did you grow up with, or what kind of things do you like to do outside of gaming?
Outside of gaming, I'm trying to get back into drawing since I haven't done much of that. So, a lot of times I tend to draw my own thumbnails, because, except for my Bayonetta, that was because, like, my friend's like, hey, this would be really funny. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll use it. And he's like, I mentioned it as a joke, no, and I'm like, no, too late, I'm using it.
I used to draw my own thumbnails until the point where it started getting too much work, and I started to focus more on the internals of the stream itself. Because as nice as the package looks, right? And it's great since it improves your drawing ability over time. But sometimes it's just a lot of work for very little return.
Yeah, but as I am like a one-man band, I have no choice.
It's true. You can. That's why I like having about a 3D model, especially for those kind of things. It makes it a lot easier to come up with different poses for those custom thumbnails. Like, you don't always have to draw nice things, but it does help, especially take off some of the workload.
Well, a lot of times, like, I just pretty much make one thumbnail, and then, like, if it's a continuing series, like, I just slap a number on it. And call it good. I'm like, this way people who are just joining can, like, easily binge it, because nothing gets me more upset than, like, not being able to, figure out, like, what the next episode is, so...
Completely fair.
Why am I invincible?
Because you have star power.
Oh, because I'm in 6th place, that's why.
What?
I think that's what that is.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm in 6th right now. There we go.
No, I didn't know that was a thing, that if you were in 6th place, you get star power when the person crosses the line.
I don't know. I ended up in second. I can't really tell because once again, your head's in the way. I'm like, I'm just gonna get.
My big bunny head and my big ears.
Yes, your big beautiful head and your gorgeous ears.
Big head too big. Request head shrinkage.
No.
Be like those old school Game Shark cheats. Sherbert Line
Yeah,
again. Come on,
had
Random. I
those.
trusted you.
Ah.
I trusted you, Random.
We both did. But yeah, I think my first gaming console was a GameCube, and I still have it, so... I need to get me a Wii U so I can play my Wii games.
Yeah, but most of the good Wii U games are already on the Switch. Except for Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm kind of sad that never came to Switch.
I have Yoshi's Woolly World.
I love Yoshi's Woolly World. It makes me happy.
But I mainly want, a Wii U mainly for, like, the Wii aspects. Because the Wii U uses, HDMI.
Yeah, but I suppose there's, like, some nice shovelware on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I also, like, have PokePark, Wii, and that was actually pretty good.
Oh, PokePark was nice. I
But PokePark 2 was garbage. I'm sorry, hot take guys, but the controls not intuitive.
I mean, it could be worse.
That's true. Cause like growing up, so like the Need for Speed for the GameCube, was very jank to the point where you could get your car to jump, and so we would try to get it stuck on the street lamps. We would try to get the car to jump and then get stuck on the street lamps.
What was your if you guys liked Need for Speed, did you play Most Wanted? I feel like that was the best Need for Speed game.
I don't remember if we have Most Wanted or not.
I loved Most Wanted because it had like this open world track design as far as car games. Ooh, very commercial.
I also love to cook outside of gaming too, because I love trying new things, and I don't know, cooking's just so much fun. Plus, it's like a labor of love.
It's very much like me too. It's all art at the end of the day, cooking, as far as it goes. People tell me about another one back there. Oh, my poor lap. I thought it was an... Oh no. But yeah, like for me, oh, is that another blue shell? That's not
Yeah.
It's okay.
It wasn't me, I promise.
It was Luigi.
Probably Luigi, yeah, because I did predict... I did predict that Luigi would probably get the better of us.
He's so salty in this game. He has a permanent angry face on.
Could you imagine, like, being stuck in Mario's shadow forever? I mean, like, you'd be mad too.
I mean, I suppose. I bet he goes on Twitter every day and just complains to Nintendo. Game bad. Need no life. Be angry. Probably.
No.
Something. No. It's okay.
I have to.
Oh, it's
No, 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 no. Sorry. I got too excited, guys. I'm sorry.
No, be happy. Like, what it comes to, you gotta have fun. Gotta bring the energy. Be excited.
I just wanted to win. I just wanted to win at the one track. I knew.
I didn't switch to a character I didn't know for too much. I'll play a different character.
I wish I had a crown to put on your head.
Crown's nice.
Let me see.
No, it's okay.
I may
We
not
don't-
have
we
a
don't need
crown, but...
I already have one. It's on my head.
I know, but...
You need a bigger crown? I'm not that narcissistic.
No, but I can give you head pats.
Yeah,
There we go.
Head pats I enjoy.
There we go, head pats.
No, Waluigi. I always found Waluigi's designs to be so bizarre. Waluigi.
I mean, he was just meant to be like an anti-Luigi, but then
Yeah, but
because...
like, he has so much love. Everyone loves Waluigi.
Yes, because he's like peak human being. He's the sexiest man alive. I don't know what to tell you.
Also, the best dress. While Luigi goes to dance class, does Mario go to dance class?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think so.
He's out here being inspiring.
Like whenever you see all the other sports games, he's always like doing these flips and twirls and wearing a nice suit generally.
Yeah.
You know, Mario just shows up in like regular clothes every time.
No, he shows up in like his work clothes. He doesn't even bother to go home and changing.
It's like, yeah, no, it's me and Mario. Why do I need to dress up?
It's fine.
It's fine. I have enough star power just like this.
Pretty much. Oh wait, you're Waluigi. That's what you're talking about.
Because I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna play a character I don't actually know. I prefer the light characters generally. I don't even know what class. Is he like heavyweight? No, I doubt it. It's probably.
I don't know. I just thought Isabelle would look cute on top of like riding a teddy bear.
Oh.
How on earth did I miss that?
Ooh, that's a new shell. Watch out
I
for the shell.
remember growing up playing Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life, and A Wonderful Life and Another Wonderful Life, the localization is so terrible, it's great. Also, the game automatically assumes that you know what's going on in this universe. And I'm like, I have no clue what's going on. But it was still fun.
I do like the Harvest Moon games. The Harvest Moon games, although I do prefer Rune Factory if you've ever played it.
Mm-hmm. I played my older brother's Rune Factory.
I just prefer like the characters in general for Rune Factory,
Mm-hmm.
just because they are more developed than the Harvest Moon ones. Not that Harvest Moon has bad characters, I just felt it had a bigger arc. But
Yeah.
I do love Harvest Moon, which, well, at least the old Harvest Moon, the new Harvest Moon ain't that good.
Yeah. Well, like, in Another Wonderful Life, you play as a female, right? But, like, the male bachelors are all garbage, and none of them help you raise the baby.
And then female bachelor.
There is you can't do the females. Unfortunately, because there's no male in the game, it's still programmed off of like because it used A Wonderful Life as like a base, right? But because there's no male character, a lot of the female characters will get sad and mope. Like one of them will like roam the beach, wondering why they can't find a good, decent man. And I'm like, this is awful. Like as a kid, I didn't like pay attention to like the adult nuances and stuff, but like as an adult, I'm like, this is low-key awful.
Someone give these people hugs.
Yes. I'm like, oh, man. Also, I think in the first game, you can divorce your wife for some reason.
Yeah, but like what happens if you're not happy? Do you want to beat them in an unhappy relationship?
That's true. But how they divorce you and leave you is if you literally do not interact with them or your child. And I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
I do appreciate that, like in the other games, like if you know that Harvest Moon eventually became Story of Seasons.
Yeah, Story of Seasons is pretty good. Because I have Stories of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, and I'm like, oh, cool! It's so cool, because it's quite wonderful. Because I got to marry somebody of the same gender, and that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. What would you say that when you look for people in a quote-unquote video game relationship?
For some
Which
reason,
characters do you go for?
For some reason, when it comes to like Harvest Moon and Rune Factory, apparently white-haired males that are very difficult to woo. Apparently, knowing my track record.
That's fair. For me, I used to go for like the teasing types, just because I'm like, well, it adds some spice. I don't like my goody two shoes. Kind of characters. Like, I mean, they're nice. They're nice, soft boys or soft girls. But I'm just like.
But I want like the quiet one who's just like who just wants to perfect his craft, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But is a little bit prickly.
Yeah, I like a little bit of prick. Like not too much.
Yeah, but they were like, you know, because I remember in one of them, one was like a white-haired violinist that only shows up, in your town, during certain months, you know. And then
so
another
you tried to
one.
go for that one character that was just hard to get in general.
Yes. And then another one was like a rancher, a fellow rancher, and he just doesn't really interact with people very well. And so he interacts the best with animals. He was very quiet. But does not like milk.
Doesn't like milk.
He doesn't like milk.
It's a personality trait. He doesn't like milk.
And so I didn't have anything that he liked. So what the best way I could raise his affection was basically visit him every day with my dog on my head. That was the quickest way.
The best way of affection. Just give them the animals. This is why people have animal profile pictures. And then with that, like Twitter or Tinder, just because they want to be like, yeah.
It's like, do you wanna come pet my dog?
Yeah. The personality trait to be darned. Just come pet my dog.
Well, I was also trying to show him that I am a responsible pet owner and I can take care of things because I have this living creature that depends on me. But yeah, for some reason I tend to go for characters that are just difficult in general, and I'm like, why am I like this?
That's fair. Like, I prefer like a character that can really generally take care of. Oh no, I got squashed. Move, Waluigi!
Well, in Friends of Mineral Town, I married the blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Yeah. Because he was like a small, like, tsundere almost, you know? And I'm like, oh, he's actually kind of precious.
Is it tsundere or is it tsundere?
Tsundere. I was just saying the Americanized version for a chat out
like,
there.
Tsundere, because dere usually means like all lovely, lovely. So tsundere, they just make them break down their walls.
Yes, I basically broke down his walls with the power of chocolate.
That's Lucia. So that's very scary.
Don't forget to hydrate and stretch. I will consider it.
No.
I didn't even really eat dinner either. I had a cheese stick and then like a small lunchbox sized bag of chips. Ah, dang it. Ah. But yeah, I won his heart over using chocolate. I'm like, I could pretty much come to him every single day. I'm like, do you want to borrow chocolate?
That's how all video games relationships goes. Like, hey, do you want me my significant other? No. How about now? You hand over like 1,000 flowers. Yeah, dude, let's go on that date right now.
Unfortunately, I am too much like an NPC because, like, if you give me something quite delicious, and talk to me at least once a day, then I probably will fall in love with anybody.
I mean, at least you gotta respect the tribe.
Yeah. I feel called out.
No, it's fine. Like, as long as you're not like, because I had one friend where she.
Oh no, I was reading chat. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. Essentially, I had this one friend. She was always. I asked her, "Hey, what's your childhood crush? Your video game crush?" She told me she liked that one guy from Nintendogs, and I was like, "What? What do you
are
like
you talking about the announcer dude?
No. It's just like some random pet owner. He didn't have any any actual traits. She just had like the same kind of dog that she had, and that was.
Oh, that's actually really sweet and wholesome.
But she has like no picture. She has no picture, no nothing. We just has the same dog. It has no dialogue either. It's just like, oh yeah, just hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I had Nintendogs growing up, and then I also had like Nintendogs and cats.
Nintendogs and cats.
I loved it.
I enjoyed the Nintendog series just because it was nice to have a pet. if you ever grew up with like Neopets.
I had Neopets. Yeah, I had 2 accounts when I unfortunately lost the password to, and I unfortunately had to say goodbye to my other Neopets account after it kind of sort of Neopets leaked my information, my personal credit card information and stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, this is where we must part, because I draw the line at that.
Yeah, but with Neopets, I feel like I was just really dumb back then. I didn't have any idea. Like, how do I play Neopets? What are these mini games?
How do I feed my pets? They're dying.
My pets?
My Neopets are dying.
True. Poor pets. Every time I got a new Neopet, oh look, it's dead.
Well, it didn't. They actually didn't die, but apparently they are dying. So you had to feed them, and I'm like, I don't know how to feed them. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'll go to the soup kitchen. And the soup kitchen's like, actually, you have too many Neo points. And I'm like, but I can't afford any food.
Yeah, I kind of like. There was Neopets was like one of the big sensations back then. Along with later on, I believe. It was RuneScape was the next big one, but in terms of pet simulators, Neopets was the thing.
Yeah,
back then.
But they had such good games, though. I miss them.
As far as online mini games go.
Yeah. I loved Hannah and the Ice Caves.
I don't remember the exact date, but yeah, I think I remember. Was that the one with like go up and down on a? No, that was something else. That was the Magic School Bus game. It's been a while. I don't quite remember.
I love the Magic School Bus games. I had a ton of edutainment games growing up because my parents didn't really like video games unless they were like educational.
Educational.
Yeah, so I had like, you know, Reader Rabbit and, you know, whatnot.
Math Blaster.
Yes, I had Math Blasters.
Putt-Putt.
I didn't have Putt-Putt, surprisingly. I knew about people. I had some friends that did have Putt-Putt. And that's why I have one of my friends named Mr. Putt because he grew up with Putt-Putt.
Mr. Putt. I mean, Putt-Putt was nice for what it was, but I understand the educational games. Like the Magic School Bus games they weren't great, all right, but they were fun for what they were.
I really. Which one?
One mini game from the dinosaur one where you had to like fuse Arnold together with the
poor Arnold.
Dinosaurs.
He was constantly like the little punching bag. Apparently somebody says in terms of Nintendogs they've had 10 dogs.
Yeah. Oh, it's Suba.
Suba.
Dogs are always nice. They're always like good boys. I was forgetting them head start. Give them a head start.
I think I just like animals in general because I've had so many different types of animals over the years. Because I had parrots. I grew up with parrots, and then after a while we had dogs. But I've also, you know, had other animals like hermit crabs, a tarantula, and then now I have cats. I think
I've never had like a hermit crab or like one of those more exotic pets. What are they like?
They don't do much. You kind of feed them coconut and stuff and give them water and make sure their sand's clean and dry, and they just kind of vibe.
That's fair.
They're very nocturnal, so sometimes you'd hear them go ch 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 and like dig around in their enclosure.
At least well, they don't have too much brain up there for hermit crab.
I know, but I loved them all the same.
They're very adorable.
I did cry when they passed away, though. I cried hard for 2 days.
But they do know that you're there. They have enough awareness to know that you're there, but I don't remember you or not.
Yeah. It's just that, like, I couldn't have any pets for a long while when I moved out of my parents' house because I wanted to make sure that if I did get a pet, that the quality of life would be fantastic. You know, I didn't want an animal to suffer because I quote-unquote wanted a pet or I was quote-unquote lonely, you know?
Yeah, but pets are also there to, like, give you...
I just didn't want to share my Cheerios with the cat, you know?
What? Give your cat your Cheerios! Feed your cat! Cat deserves Cheerios.
I don't like the I don't like Honey Nut Cheerios. It'd be plain ones if I did.
Plain Cheerios are fine. I kind of can't
I love. I remember getting into an argument with somebody because someone was telling me that like plain Cheerios are nasty. I'm like, nah, man, it's the Honey Nut that's so gross.
Like, I don't mind the Honey Nut, alright? But I do appreciate plain Cheerios sometimes. I would think I'd rather have Rice Krispies. So.
Dude, Rice Krispies slaps so hard.
Who doesn't like Rice Krispies? I'll fight them in the streets.
What about Honey Bunches of Oats? Like, I know that one's kind of sweetened, but they're pretty good, though.
I guess it depends if I'm in the mood for them. I don't mind them. Honey Bunches of Oats. Oh no, please, not another red shell, please. I don't need these red shells. No.
You don't need these red shells on this track.
Get off my track.
Also, I love how, like, the teddy bear eyes just glow in the dark, so it's like, whenever it's, like, dark, the bear is like, I have ascended.
I've ascended. This is Five Nights at Freddy's stuff.
But yeah.
Okay.
You want to do one more, or are we done for
sure.
now? Yeah.
Why not? Why not? I'll switch characters though, because why not?
Okay. I will wait on you.
You baby. I'll do some dry Bowser maybe. Yeah, sure.
Do you think they'll introduce some new characters, or do you think they're all ran out?
No, I think that if they release another character, it's probably going to be another baby Mario, baby Luigi.
What if they did Baby Wario and Baby Waluigi?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pretty cool with like baby Mario and baby Luigi. I mean, baby Wario. I mean, not baby Mario. I don't want baby Mario. Baby Mario already cost me enough grief in what was it?
Oh, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, Yoshi Island is like every single time it's like, oh, gotta protect the baby, gotta go save the baby. I'm just trying to throw my young at these flowers.
But it also makes me kind of wonder though, like, is Yoshi female? I know that Birdo's female.
I think Yoshi is either or, I think. Like, I know Birdo for certain is female, but...
Well, no, Birdo's male, sorry. Birdo's actually male.
Depends on who you ask, because some people say Birdo's male and Birdo's... It depends on which one.
I don't know, that's kind of a hard question. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay.
Right.
Because it's just that, like, laying eggs tends to be, like, a female thing, but, I mean, I guess they're dinosaurs. They can be whatever they want. New gender drop, guys. Dinosaur. It's dinosaur.
Like, back then, they said that Birdo was, in fact, a trans character. One of the very first ones. At least that's what people... At least that's the old guidebook said. The
I think
original
so,
one.
yeah. Well, also, I know that, in Thousand Year Door, the localization changed, Vivian, from male to female for, like, the English audiences. And I'm like, that's so strange. I didn't know that. And I'm like, they should have kept it. They should have kept it. Cowards.
Yeah, but I can understand from... Some people aren't as accepting.
That's true, I guess.
Alright, let's go, Bowser. You big round...
That's a big boy. Big
Need some
spooky
lotion.
boy.
He needs some lotion! Look at those dry skin!
My man needs some water and some lotion stat.
Oh dear. Do you remember the whole Bowsette thing when it first came out and you couldn't avoid it no matter how hard you tried?
Yeah. Like, it was just all over the internet. Tumblr, Twitter. It was, like, on hecking Facebook. And the only reason why I hate Facebook is because I work with so many boomers. I don't even use it.
That was it. UK, Facebook said, we're gonna pull out of UK. UK's just like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, sounds good to me. Do what you want,
Sounds
bro.
good to me. They just like, no, but we don't care.
Yeah. They're like, do it, coward.
Cowards. But I find that Facebook is so archaic now. I can't believe I'm saying that Facebook is archaic.
It
It was
is.
like top of the line back then. Did you have a MySpace?
I did not have a MySpace. My parents would not let me.
It
That's
was
why
such a cringe fest.
That's why I thought I was like cream of the crop with Neopets.
The crop of Neopets and you didn't have a MySpace.
I was young.
I suppose when they're young, we definitely try to get like validation out of just about anything.
I never had a Webkins, but I did have a couple Beanie Babies.
Oh, Beanie Babies! I remember that craze. Everyone, all these adults.
Yes, they were like going to
stockpiling.
McDonald's, like buying so many. Like I was so mad with like how many. And JP Berto is male, says Dorano. Okay, well.
In male, and then if in what was it? In American Guidebook. It depends. It's very just like with poison. You don't know what's poison's gender. You'll never know.
Yeah. Well, I think they had to say that Poison's birth gender was male because this way you weren't technically beating up a woman, which is a weird backwards logic. I don't know.
Like, it was a different time. Honestly,
It was
a very
definitely
different time.
very different time.
Because you have to remember, the internet as a whole is very new.
It's very different.
A lot of conservative countries. Like, I don't want to talk about that. Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
But
But yeah, anyway, long story short, Facebook's quite archaic. The only reason why I have it is, and it's not even like, yeah, the only reason why I have it is because I work with boomers. I have like so many people. Actually, no, I think they're technically. Oh yeah, I'm technically not a millennial.
what are you then? A boomer?
I'm actually a very old Gen Z.
Oh. You've come to join us, Joey. Come to this side. Youngster, you wouldn't treat Grand mean, would you?
Yeah, I'm guess who got new shoes. I'm guessing it's you. Did you get new shoes?
Did you get new shoes? What kind of shoes?
Yeah, what kind of shoes?
Are they Yeezys?
Yee.
Got Air Jordans over there.
They're light up Skechers? Remember light up Skechers?
Yeah, along with do you remember the wheelies? The one with the
Yes,
wheelies underneath the
I
shoes?
wanted the
Oh,
wheelies so bad, the Heelys so bad, but my parents were like, no, it's so dangerous. Here, you can have these Hello Kitty boots, and I'm like,
okay, Hello Kitty boots are kind of cute, but still.
actually no, they were like work boots, and they were the ugliest shade of pink. They looked like my
Why?
father's work boots.
Like, I'd be totally cool if you gave me like Hello Kitty Mary Janes or something.
I don't know, like they're like the ugliest things, and I'm like, you know what? At least it's Hello Kitty.
Yeah, do you like Sanrio?
I do. I love Sanrio.
Like, for me, I think my favorite is either Gretzko or that. What was the one with the black devil ears? I forgot.
I think that's Kuromi.
Yeah, Kuromi. I love Kuromi.
Yeah, I love. What's really funny is that a lot of people don't realize that Hello Kitty's last name is White.
What?
Yeah, and also Hello Kitty's not a cat; she's a girl.
I thought she was a robot. Like Doraemon.
But yeah, like her last name is White, and she lives in England.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
she has a sister named Mimi, and then a boyfriend too. I think her boyfriend's
Not know this.
Eric. I think. I'm gonna have to fact check that chat. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I need to fact check that.
That's just so weird to me. It's like, wait, Hello Kitty is not named Hello Kitty?
No, her full name is Kitty White.
But I guess that makes sense considering that if you remember, like, back then with, like, Metroid, I was like, oh yeah. Did you know that Metroid is actually called Samus, but actually?
Club Penguin, best social media site. I never got a Club Penguin.
I never got Club Penguin. Club Penguin was after my time.
I think Club Penguin is technically during my time, but also, like, my parents were very, watchful of me.
Did you get one of those webkins or whatever? What was
No,
it?
I didn't get a. I got
Sister-
Neopets, but I didn't get Webkins.
Ah,
But even then, my parents are like, no social media ever.
no social media. Or sticks in the mud. dangerous out there.
Yes, that's like why I had like edutainment games like Reader Rabbit, typing with Mavis Beacon, Beavis, not Beacon, Beavis.
No, I'm sorry. Whenever I hear Mavis Bacon's name, it's like the Bacon Lady. She made a type. I remember.
Yeah. AA space JJ space.
Yeah. What was that other one? It wasn't Putt-Putt, but it was like this guy in like this blue trench coat. You couldn't see his face. He had a red hat.
No, I don't know.
Snap game. I forgot what it was.
Because I also had like Jumpstart games too, like Jumpstart Kindergarten, this and that.
I mean, some educational games weren't bad. Some of them were fine.
Yeah, actually, I always thought that they were always a blast. Mavis Beacon teaches typing, OMG.
But then after I got like Mavis Bacon, I got like the Resident Evil typing game. Was that the Mario typing game? The Mario typing game.
I think Mario Teaches Typing is an actual game.
It is, it is a game. I had it. I was like, did I have the typing game?
I have a Barbie Explorer game. I have like a lot of things
Barbie games
that were, I don't know, sometimes I worry that I'm too feminine for a non-binary person, but then I remember that if my brother can like My Little Pony, then I should be allowed to like cute things.
Like whatever you want. Like who's going to stop you? Nobody.
Very
At the
true.
end of the day, nobody cares what you like or what you don't like, except for your friends.
Yeah.
And if your friends don't like what you like, well, they can go,
My friends are very nice. We all try to be supportive of each other, so... We do poke fun at each other, though. I think my friend made a meme that...
Poke fun at your friends, but still.
We still poke fun at each other because, like, one of my friends, Leslie, we just... It was like this thing, this whole debacle with Egg. About just calling him Egg. And I don't even know, man. It was just weird. We would just, like, add him on Twitter with just the word egg and then call it good. And then
It was very much a very different time back then. Like, people find this... I feel like the internet's humor has degraded over time.
You're right, yeah. Like, I remember memes used to be just songs.
Oh, just like this random cat on the piano. That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
But now it's just... Oh no.
Dang it.
I don't understand the kids of today.
Oh no, I understand it.
No, like, have you ever been on trends?
I'm sorry? Oh, I don't really do TikTok trends.
But essentially, I don't do them either, but I see them, and I'm just like,
well, most of the time I'm on like gay TikTok, so I don't really see TikTok trends.
I hear about them in the news, like the really dumb ones.
Yeah, like I hear about them in the news, but most of the time, like, I just see, just, you know, LGBTQ people just enjoying themselves, having a good time, making bread, posting funny memes about their cat, you know.
Fair. Oh no, another blue shell? How many blue shells you guys got?
It's not me, I promise.
Cursing Long, Legend of Long. Get back here. Just got Mario Kart about Legend of Long. Curse you, Long. You beautiful man. Real talk, Link is the true prettiest boy in Nintendo.
He is.
He can pull off any outfit.
Link's kind of a twink, though.
Yeah, he is. Except for Twilight Princess Link. But the other ones, definitely.
Plus,
but he's a pretty boy.
Yeah. I'm just surprised they didn't move Wind Waker to the Switch. That's another thing I'm surprised about. Because I have a Wii U and I have Wind Waker, but then I'm like...
Yeah, but we're gonna port Skyward Sword, the game that nobody likes.
I mean, at least do, you know, the other ones.
I mean, there's the other ones, certainly. It's like, whenever I hear about Skyward Sword, I'm just like...
Well, what about Minish Cap, though?
Oh, Minish Cap is a good one. Minish Cap. I played Minish Cap when I was young.
The only time I got to play Minish Cap was due to the 3DS Ambassador program because I bought my 3DS when it came out.
Yeah, I had it on the original GBA. I played that game to death. Minish Cap.
It was so
Probably
good
one of my
though.
favorites. It was good. Like, I just like the fact that Minish Cap had an entire region for you to explore. It was one of the very first open world Zelda games.
Well, it had like more to it, you know, because it's like, yes, you had the open world aspect, but that, like, it just felt like there was so much to the game, and like, plus like the little pieces of bread that you could eat, and then get like the little puzzle pieces, so cute.
And the little kinship stones, I enjoyed that. Oh, that's an evolution. Nope, not today, Moonshot. Come back next week. But yeah, and the art style was really, really cute for what it was. And the
Well,
talking
I think it's because it was done by Capcom, is why they're not gonna re-release it, I think.
Yeah, but like Capcom, at least I can forgive. They've been on a roll lately, unlike Ubisoft over there.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair though, I was so happy when they're like, hey, you know this 2-year-old game that we... Actually, no, not even 2 years old. It's like, you know this game that we didn't want to translate at first because we thought it was too Japanese and that nobody would like it, and then we had to because the fans decided to translate it? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and release that now, and I'm like, sweet. Ace Attorney Chronicles 1 and 2.
That's another good show. Ooh, okay, it's fine. Oh, there's a star behind me too. Oh, this sucks. Okay, go. Go, Bowser, go! Okay, got protection. I got all this. Bad protection. There is no more protection. I've gotten hit by everything this turn. Bombs, shells.
Whoops.
But yeah. I kind of miss those old days where essentially you had to deal with... Because the old Game Boy games, they did not have a backlight. Like, when we have backlight, we take that for granted now.
Yeah. Well, I had a Game Boy Advance SP though, and a normal Game Boy Advance.
My gosh.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, chat. I never said I was good at video games. I just said I'd play it.
It's okay. I've been getting Mario Karted this entire time.
Yeah. My brother's really amazing at Mario Kart, and so is my friend Heo. But my strengths lie in Tetris and puzzle games.
I'm really bad at Tetris. I'm gonna be honest. I am not good at puzzle games.
I love puzzle games.
I will sit there for weeks just attempting to decipher what's going on.
But yeah, that's why I love like the Phoenix Wright games and Professor Layton games so much.
They're a lot of fun. I definitely like the story behind both the games.
I love story games.
Except for like the first Layton wasn't really much story. The first Layton is just more or less Professor Layton telling Luke to not use hint coins. If you're not a true gentleman, you can't, and your brain is not big enough to solve this puzzle. You could use a hint coin, but a true gentleman does not use hint coin. Every puzzle has one.
I would always try to like complete the game without using a single hint coin. Alright.
What a true
Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, we could, if you like.
Yeah.
I'll switch characters again, why not?
Whoops. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. I guess this is my life now. I gotta pick Cat Peach. It's gonna pick Drive Bow.
I'm like, I didn't realize they came out with Dry Peach, but okay. Skeleton.
No, Cat Peach. Like the one.
Oh, Cat Peach, yeah.
I don't know how to do Cat Peach.
I don't know.
I think it's better than Pink Gold Peach, but alright, fine. I can have, like, I can be a furry for a little bit. Yeah. Have you ever been to a convention at all?
I have. It's just been a while.
Yeah, because of COVID, but it's
Well, also, my parents will sell like knickknacks at like cons and stuff, and so like a lot of times, I just don't go because that means I have to like look after the dogs anyway.
Oh.
And then my room. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, nothing. It's just that my roommate's like, you gotta go out and enjoy cons again. I'm like, I don't feel like being creeped on by people in cosplay when I'm in cosplay.
But cosplaying is so fun.
I know, but like, I remember I was so uncomfortable this one time because this guy decided to interview me. And like, the cameraman for some reason wasn't like filming my face, but my chest, and I'm like, I feel very uncomfortable.
Or like, at least when I used to cosplay, because I was doing one of the characters that had a slightly shorter skirt, and they just filmed my thighs the entire time. I was like,
yeah. And so I'm like, no. And then another time, I think this person just didn't believe I was not in high school. Because he was like, oh, what high school do you go to? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I go to college. And he was like, no way. And so I had to show him my license, show him that, like, I'm clearly an adult. You know? And it was even more uncomfortable because he was like, do you want to go somewhere, just you and I? And I said to him, no.
That's awful.
I do not. Feel very uncomfortable. But I mean, like, I think if I go with all my friends, I would go again. You know, I would go to a con.
Just go in a group. I kind of want to cosplay again, but I'm waiting for everything to open up again. I would love to cosplay again. It's been so long. The last time I cosplayed, it was as a, what was it? Priscilla from Dark Souls.
Ooh.
Really tall lady with a scythe.
Yeah, because, like, I don't mind cosplaying, but I need to lose my quarantine 15.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. You know, that's really fair.
That's why I have my workout Wednesdays, because I'm like, it's also for me, but at least, you know, y'all can enjoy my suffering.
It's definitely a quarantine, because we're always at home, right? It's very easy to...
Kind of just eat all the chips in the house.
Well, I don't eat chips, but I can understand, like, my metabolic rate is not great. So I just have to really watch what I eat, or else I'll turn into a rotund creature. I'm not a rotund.
Yeah, I'm a little pudgy, but I'm not, like, uber overweight. But that's why my family is, like, saying, hey, I know you're trying to lose weight, but what if we incentivized you to help you reach your goal by if you drop 10 pounds, we'll buy you Pokemon Snap. And I'm like, okay, done.
Oh, that was so good, though.
I haven't played it yet, and I've been wanting to.
Play it. It's great.
I know, I gotta lose 10 pounds first.
Wait, why do you have to lose 10 pounds?
Because that's the way I get it for free.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, hey, if you reach your goal, we're gonna reward you with a video game. And I'm like, yes. I want Pokemon Snap for free.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying, if someone told you, if one of your friends said, hey, if you reach your weight goal, we'll buy you a free video game, we'll buy you Pokemon Snap for free, and you'd be all for it, I'm fairly certain.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I have no shame, I would do it.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. I'm at 198 right now, so I only have like 8 more to go. But I'm trying to lose it in a healthy manner so I don't regain it.
Yeah.
Because there's no point in...
Like, eat healthy, don't give up your weight and calorie count.
Yep.
The standard.
Which is why I have like a lot of healthier options. That's why I have like a ton of like baked chips and stuff. So if I do want a snack, at least it's not as bad as like normal chips. And plus, because they're pre-portioned, I can at least keep an eye on how much I'm eating.
Me, when I have like snacks, or like if I do eat, I just like make sure I count my calories.
Same. That's, yeah, because I have like cheese sticks in the fridge, like the mozzarella sticks. They're pretty good for a snack. And then I also have like the little applesauces. Well, actually the applesauces are for like my medication in the morning. Because I can't have food, but like I can't have like an empty stomach either, so I need applesauce.
I mean, I understand that, because I used to be a nurse, so a lot of my patients refused straight up. It's like, no, we're not having that. whatever that goop is that you're giving us.
Yeah, unfortunately I kind of need it though, you know? I'm just happy that my hair started growing back after it fell out because my thyroid stopped working.
I'm glad it started working again.
It stopped working. So, like, I had to take medicine and so then my hair started growing back and I'm like, okay, cool.
Make it a lot easier to wear wigs though.
I know, but I don't want to wear a wig.
I know, but for cosplay purposes.
I just wear hats nowadays.
And that's fair.
But it's starting to grow back, so I'm really happy about that.
At least you can actually treat hair loss, even for guys nowadays, with stuff from like Keeps or whatever it is that YouTubers are always keeping
Like
trying to sell people.
like Rogaine?
What was it? I don't know the specifics about it, but there is some like studies on how hair loss can be prevented as long as it starts early.
Yeah, I've been taking like the vitamins for like hair and stuff too, like hair and nails.
Hair and nails?
Yeah, like the vitamins are supposed to help with that. With
for biotin specifically, yeah, I would.
yeah.
I am getting hit by everything. What is this?
I got hit by lightning and then like, actually no, I had a boo take my shell, and then I got hit by lightning, and I'm like, ah.
And how long do you usually stream for? Usually, just curious.
I tend to do like 2-hour time slots.
Yeah, that sounds
I
good.
try, because I know that sitting down for too long isn't a very good thing, so I try really hard not to like stream for too long. I know I should do like longer ones, but to me it's like, if I was watching a VOD, for me it's like anything over 3 hours is a little intimidating, because I'm fairly certain other people have things to do in their lives.
Yeah, for me, I find that for YouTube, I find it's a lot better to just make content directly for it. Like, I know I need to do it, but I feel that YouTube is much better suited for short 10-minute videos. Make long streams.
Yeah, that's why I do like, like 2-hour increments. I don't know if I want to switch to Twitch quite yet, but, you know, I need to figure out how to... I know I can probably stream to both platforms at the same time.
I'd always try it with stream chat, because YouTube has no rules about it.
Very true, very true.
At least that's what I did. I eventually did move to Twitch because I did like the communities a lot more, and it was a lot easier to interact with my VTuber friends. I just found it easier. It was just a lot easier.
That's true. Plus, I can always have YouTube upload it as a VOD, you know, like kind of like as a private, and then once I'm done with the stream, I can then make it active.
That was 100% true. Do you have a favorite type of food then?
A favorite type of food? I love sushi and sashimi. So good.
Ooh, what kind of sushi? I want to hear.
I like the traditional stuff. I'm not a big fan of like the fusion, but rainbow rolls are always good.
Yeah, I was wondering if you actually knew the distinction between the two. Because my cousin owns a sushi restaurant, and he always used to nag to me. It's like, yeah, these are cream cheese Philadelphia rolls, not real sushi.
It's not real sushi, no, but sometimes, because I can't eat eggs, I can't eat some things that have like the quote-unquote like spicy sriracha mayo, because I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
But sometimes though, I will still power through it, and I've had my friends tell me that they're not going to feel sorry for me if I get sick, and I'm like, I don't care. I want something delicious. But if I take medicine, like soon enough, I'll be fine. It's just that, like, you know, if I don't know, it's worse than when I do know. Because I'll be like, why do I feel bad? Why do I feel bad?
Because you disobeyed the diet.
Yes, I did. And I loved eggs, too. Like, as a child, I would eat them all the time.
You gain the allergy over time. Similar to me with shellfish, I used to be able to eat a lot of crab and lobster. I can't eat it anymore. It's just not a thing on the carbs.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, like, my body would be like, hey, we just don't like this thing anymore, I'm sorry. And I'm like, what? And so like overnight, I became allergic to aluminum and parabens on for like body lotions and deodorant because I broke out in a rash on my underarms. It was awful. I still had to go to work the next day, and I'm like, uncomfy. So yeah.
For me, I always find it really interesting to see like the distinction between traditional and not traditional actual food. Like for example, like westernized Chinese food versus non-westernized Chinese food.
Yeah.
You ask them, hey, what's your favorite Chinese food? And they answer chicken rolls. I just go over like, what's going on right now?
I love dim sum. Dim sum is so good. Like dim sum is so good. I love dumplings. And steamed buns, so
okay,
good.
Steamed buns, okay, I just like that. You actually know what dim sum is. When people say, I like dim sum, the first thing they say is siumai and hatbao, which is like, okay, that's fair, but what about the others? What about the other dim sum? Lots of other dim sum.
I just love those in general, you know? I'm like, you know, pork bun, bamboo, vegetable, whatever, I just love it. The soft, fluffy texture in the insides. So good for like steamed buns.
Yeah.
The flavor doesn't matter. They're almost always good. Dang it. At least I hit you at the end. Let's see here. It's a pain. It's a pain to dual stream. Eel and avocado is number one.
I definitely prefer like one platform.
I'm sorry.
Avocado. Okay, I do like eel and avocado for sushi. It's a great sushi.
Avocado's so good though. I pretty much eat one every day. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's supposed to be good for you. I just don't like avocado by itself because it's always like gamble whether or not the avocado is good or not.
Well, I mean, a lot of times
it can be really, really nice.
I'll like normally like pair it with like sriracha sauce.
Fair enough.
And like a little bit of soy sauce too. On a rice cake. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
That's pretty much my lunch right there. Avocado on a rice cake with a little bit of soy sauce and sriracha.
Out of curiosity, what's your culture? Don't mind me asking.
Oh, I am actually half German.
Ah.
I'm a little sad there are very few German restaurants because I'm like, dang it, and everyone's like, oh, schnitzel's a sausage, right? I'm like, no, that's a Wurst.
Oh, it's not sausage.
It's not sausage.
Schnitzel is like a beaten flat, like I think it's either pork and it's breaded and fried.
Yeah, it's like you can have it be like pork, chicken, beef. Like it's just basically a piece of meat that's been like flattened and fried, in like in a sandwich.
It's really nice. I really like schnitzel.
I love goulash the German way.
Oh, goulash is great. I love goulash.
I don't like it the American way. If you make it with ground beef, you're wrong. I'm sorry. That's. I know it's a hot take. I know it's a hot take, but you have to use actual pieces of meat, not ground beef.
There's a German restaurant that's near here that does serve goulash. They also serve some Ukrainian dishes sometimes. Like, what was it? Chivapi, I believe. It's nice. It's nice, especially when it's made with, especially when the meat's fresh and not frozen.
Rouladen's pretty good too.
I haven't had that before though.
It's really good. So, you know, it's basically kind of like a jelly roll, but with like meat. So basically, you get this slab of meat and you kind of flatten it out, and then you put on the inside like onions or pickles or carrots or something like that, and then you roll it up, and then you kind of basically bake it and roast it. You know. It's so good. And then you serve it with like a sauce. It's so good.
There's so many different types of foods that are out there that I really want to try, but you have to find a good restaurant that will actually serve it. Because it's really easy to find a place with like burgers and fries, right? But if you're going looking for other cultures, it's harder.
Yeah.
By comparison.
But yeah, my father is from Germany, my mom is from the US, so... But I learned to cook from my father, so I am very picky about food, and I know I shouldn't be that picky, but I'm like, if it doesn't taste good, I don't want to eat it.
God, that's totally fair. It was the same for me when I learned how to cook. I was like, well, I don't want to be living on instant ramen through the entire college career, so no thanks.
Yeah.
Unlike my sister never really, generally, she doesn't really cook. She usually just relies on instant meals. I'm like, I get it, you went to med school, but you should really eat healthier.
Yeah. I like to make meatballs myself. I love using tofu as like as a way to like stretch the meat more, you know? To like so I can make more food even if I don't have a lot of meat.
Gives you more bang for your buck, generally speaking. It's not a bad thing.
Yep.
Although I feel like if I eat too much tofu, it starts becoming, you know.
Well, I'm still gonna season the meat, of course, you know, but the tofu helps, you know, me make more meatballs or hamburger patties, you know.
Definitely. As long as you're not doing like what Jamie Oliver does on his fried rice and he puts tofu in the fried rice, I'm like, stop.
You can
put wet tofu in the fried rice. The rice is still wet.
I know. Well, didn't he like? I heard German. Ledenhab, Ledenhab. But yeah.
Oh, hi, Nina. Welcome.
Welcome. But yeah. Do you want to do one more, or do you want to call it here?
We'll do one more. I think that'll be good. We'll do one last one. Sure.
All right, I'm gonna give you enough time to change your character at least.
Thank you. Baby.
Yes, rouladen. Rouladen is so good. I haven't, but it's kind of time consuming though, like making a roast and all that sometimes. But yeah, my
unless you use like an Instant Pot, right? If you use an Instant Pot, it'll be great.
Yeah. I mean, like I have I use chopped and chumped, yeah. I have a crock pot, and the only time I use it is to make. My roommate loves Mongolian beef, so like I have to use it to make Mongolian beef. Even though I know I don't think that's actual true traditional Chinese food. All I know is that my roommate will pretty much eat anything I make.
It's a secret. Mongolian beef isn't actually not Mongolian.
I'm fairly certain it isn't. Yeah, I kind of guessed.
American dish.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was kind of up there with like orange chicken isn't is like also American dish.
Now here's the fun thing: sweet and sour pork is actually a traditional Chinese dish, but not the way the Americans make it.
Yeah, sounds
real
about right.
Sweet and sour pork is a much deeper color. It's usually a deep crimson.
Ooh.
And it has like sesame seeds, and the meat is usually a lot less thick. It's the batter. I mean, it's usually a lot thinner, and it's usually made of cornstarch.
Ooh, yeah. I normally use like cornstarch whenever I have to, because I want to make karage properly. You know,
karage is generally a lot lighter in terms of its batter.
Yeah, because it's normally like cornstarch too. It's cornstarch based. Hello from Germany. I'm only half German. I don't live in Germany, unfortunately. I'm fairly certain I'd be better off health-wise if I were.
I've come to join you on your teddy bear. My small child.
You're so far ahead.
Let's go, small child. You can do it. You wouldn't hit a baby, would you?
You wouldn't hit a dog, would you?
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses.
You can hit a guy with glasses.
Yes, you can. Because of, what is it, Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes. Wreck-It Ralph 2 was such a mess, and I didn't really like it that much. I felt like Ralph was very out of character.
Like, I like the main chemistry between the main two characters.
But I just didn't see like Ralph as that needy. I felt like he, you know, finally got over, you know.
I felt like he was justified in his anger. I'm just like, well,
yeah, but like
they treat him very nicely.
But also, like, a part of me is like, it's a little cringe.
It was. It definitely was a. Yes. What do the kids like nowadays? Yes, video games.
Yes. And then like Disney said E-boy.
E-boy.
Yeah, remember? Disney said E-boy, and I'm like, ah. Because it was like an e-boy from eBay.
Oh dear. It's okay. It's not as good as any of like the Disney classics, yeah, but it was fair for what it was in terms of.
I watched I watched Moana in Japanese, and it's really good. The guy that they had play Maui can actually sing, unlike The Rock. I love you, Rock, but you can't sing. I'm sorry.
Rock was a wrestler. He was never meant to sing.
I know. Now I'm
it's like
hungry again.
Vin Diesel to sing.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel is what we call family, right? Family. Or some nonsense like that.
But what's really interesting is that they did an excellent job with the Japanese version of Moana, because in You're Welcome, he says you're welcome twice, but in 2 different languages. Because he goes, let's see here, it's Do itashimashite, you're welcome. Because do itashimashite is another way of saying, like, you're welcome. But he says it twice, but in another language, in a way to kind of show, like, how pompous he's being. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Also, I'm sorry. Blue shell.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta do this to me? I'm just a small child. I'm just a baby. Why don't throw blue shells? Give me the red shell. It's Mario Kart.
Yeah. I still want to get, like, a ton of, like, a ton of, like, robot VTubers from Mario Kart. I still want to, like, make that happen, but I'm not quite sure how.
You just approach them, you kick down the doors out of all of the people. Don't be afraid.
But people's scary.
No, people scary. That's what I did for the Christmas recital. I was like, hey, you like Christmas music? We want to sing some Christmas music.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like if you don't ask the people out there, you're gonna have to get out of your shell and just put yourself out there. The more you put yourself out there, people, you can be as cringe as you want. If Filthy Frank can become popular being pure cringe, anyone can become popular if they try hard enough.
That's true. But yeah, a friend of a friend did one of those tier list thing, and they set me up at the top as mommy's special toy, and I'm like, oh.
Wait, what does that mean?
I don't know. Like, I went and I watched the VOD, and I'm like,
what do you
why?
mean by special toy? What is that?
Because I'm like Vika's like lab assistant / secretary, and I'm like, okay, but that doesn't. Like, yes, you're friends, but I'm not mommy's special.
What kind of VTuber are they? They don't let me.
They're like a GLaDOS inspired VTuber. They're pretty cool. They have all sorts of different.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I've collabed with them a couple times. They're super cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, they're very cool.
It's always interesting to see the various personalities of the different people that you meet throughout your streaming career. And at the end of the day, if you don't ask, you might be missing out on a friend you might really enjoy being with.
I think
I've only been in this for a year, right? But I've met some really amazing people, and I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Yeah. Because, like, I remember the first time I did something that was, like, slightly... I remember one time saying to everybody in the chat, because they're like, oh, potatoes not say so, and I said, I never said I was. That was something that y'all decided upon yourself.
Everyone is say so until they're not. I definitely try to stray away from the chaos. Because I run a family-friendly stream, so I'm definitely trying to be say so over here.
I just exist, but like I will private things if I do, like not private, but I will like mark it to like 18 plus if I do think it does cross a line. That's why my Bayonetta streams, I try to make 18 plus because it's Bayonetta.
I mean, Bayo as a whole, she's not really that far out there. Like, in terms of, like, I mean, yeah, she's definitely one of the more, that's, like, straight-up nudity, but for the most part, she's just kind of chill, I guess.
No, like, her games,
I mean, she's as bad as Dante, and Dante is still within like 13 plus. I wouldn't say she's 18.
No, she is. Her games are rated M for mature.
No, I've played all three like Fail games, and yes, they're definitely quite raunchy for what they are. But 18 plus, I don't know. Mature for certain, but not.
Yeah, but like, I don't want YouTube to think that my my channel's like for children only.
Yeah, okay, that's totally fair. That is totally fair.
So that's another reason why I have like the occasional like 18. Like that's why I have Bayonetta as 18 plus, because if I set it myself, then YouTube doesn't get mad. But if somebody sees that and decides it should be 18 plus, then that's when I get in trouble.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. Because YouTube is very finicky.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with like, oh yeah, we're gonna demonetize your video now because you said a bad word. Oh.
Well, okay, even though I like flubbed up singing Cruel Angel's Thesis, the Evangelion theme song, apparently I did it good I did well just enough to not have any monetization on that video.
Oh yes, there's no monetization.
Who was talking about mother? That was me, Lorano. I was talking about your mom. Or technically our mom. She's not really my mom. I just work there.
You just worked there?
Yeah. I'm basically, secretary / lab assistant. So did you make your own model? Or did you... Really? That's really impressive.
Thank you. I feel like she's definitely very rough around the edges looking at her now. But it's always time to improve, right? Plenty of time to improve.
I always thought it was really cool, because a part of me is like, I'm like sitting here sometimes whenever I see your stuff on Twitter and I'm like, man, that model is so cool. I wonder, like, did she make that model herself, or did she get somebody?
Myself, for me, it's a lot to do with, like, it's all artists are the same.
Mm-hmm.
We all think our work is terrible, but in reality, it's not really all that bad. I mean, yes, there's definitely things I could work on, for certain, but it takes time. It takes time. This character is definitely my baby, and I do love her a lot, but I definitely see my own mistakes, and I wish I could do better on the next one.
No, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Got nibbled by a piranha plant.
It's okay. They're just hungry. You're giving out. You're saving the piranha plants from starvation.
They just want a little nibble. That's
a little
all.
nibble. That's all they want. They just want to have a nice bite of Animal Crossing dog. Were you around during the time where Animal Crossing was coming out for 2020 and the Doom and the Animal Crossing communities came together?
Yes, I wasn't. I think yes, I was on Twitter at that time. I wasn't a VTuber yet, but I loved.
I just love the fact that these two polar opposite communities were like, you know what? We're best buds now.
Very true. But yeah, I love Animal Crossing so much. I have the GameCube game. I have like all the games. That's why I just even the Wii U Animal Parade thing.
Oh, that.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, I have to support that because if I don't, they're not gonna give me anything good.
Yeah, but New Horizons was excellent.
Yes, it was.
I just kind of wish the villagers would be a little bit more mean again. I mean, they're kind of just like, oh yeah, we're all your friends. Even the grumpy one, he's also your friend. Don't worry about it.
It's just mildly annoying because I'm like, come on, tell me that you hate me, spit on me, like just tell me something. Just tell me that you don't like me. Because it's weird.
I want to know how much you hate me. Tell me.
Please, my anxiety won't let me sleep.
Let the hatred flow through you.
Yes.
Because back then, if you had like a snooty villager, she'd be all like,
Ew.
"Oh, I don't associate with the poor people."
Yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
I loved. That's why like Wart Jr. has like this weird place in my heart because I hated him at first, and then over time we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
was.
I like that little spice, because then you feel like you're actually developing characters and not, hey, did you know I made this furniture? I don't really like you, but you can have it.
Yeah, but I don't know, it just makes me sad because I'm like, no, it's just I don't like it because it's very weird that like it's one thing to be courteous, right? But it's like another one if like they're all your friends right off the bat.
Right? It's because they all don't hate you like right from the start, except for Tom Nook. Tom Nook, Tom Nook's empire has been growing every game. Every Animal Crossing game, he gets more money. He started off as Tom Nook, just the store. Now he's Tom Nook Enterprise.
Yeah, pretty much. He owns like a plane and everything.
He's got a plane. He's got a corporate. Probably has a Raku Mafia out there just ready to break people's kneecaps.
Yeah, with like little wrenches.
It's now the time to talk about your pain. You're forever indebted, but you can pay it back whenever you want. Like, he has no interest. He's just like, yeah, you got a lot of money to pay, but I'm not gonna chase you.
Well, even then, like, where would we go? We're on an island.
We could go out to the sea. We could steal Mr. Rossetti's helicopter. Probably.
Probably not. But yeah, I loved Mr. Rossetti as a kid. Cause like in the GameCube version, if you kept resetting too much, then he would pretend to turn off your GameCube at one point.
Yeah, it's a really nice feature. A lot of the times back then, they hadn't got a chance to play with that. Like if you've ever played Metal Gear Solid, with Psycho Mantis and installing it into Port 2.
I didn't know that.
Like you couldn't beat the boss fight unless you plugged out your controller and plugged it back into Port 2. It's a very famous. Times the developers mess with you. That's another new show. Come on!
I tried to hit it with my horn, but I didn't quite catch it. Sorry, I was trying to get that blue shell. The one time I had a horn, I'm like, I'll do this knight's thing, and then I missed.
It's okay. I at least remember that you tried. This card is so cute, though. Teddy Bear one, you were right. This is adorable.
I love it. It's my favorite card. I like it just purely for aesthetic reasons.
That's completely fair. When I play a lot of games, in order to lure me to a game, you have to make sure that it's pretty.
A really cute game that's story-based is, I think it's like a garden RPG. I'm gonna have to look at it in a minute.
Gardening RPG?
Well, no, you play as a grape named Concord. And it's like a Zelda almost-ish kind of game.
Is it that, what was it, Texas game? The Turnip Boy avoids...
No, I do have Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. But no, this is a different one. Is it Garden Story? Let me think here.
Garden Story?
I'm trying to think here.
Is it that one that's like Paper Mario?
No.
I'll let you think about it.
Okay, yeah, so it's called Garden Story, yes. It is called Garden Story, and you play as a grape called Concord. It's really cute.
Like Veggie Tales, if you ever... Oh, that's really cute. It's like a little grape.
Yeah, and you have like this little sword. It's really cute. I've been enjoying it.
I like how there's a frog. It's just like waiting and it's like, yeah. Second, that grape turns its back. Going in my belly.
But yeah, it's it's really cute and refreshing, and like you have to like get rid of the gross gunk monsters so that it can flourish again. The garden is so cute.
It's cute. I think the art style is... I appreciate when indie games go for a very unique art style, like Hollow Knight and other things like that. It's nice to see, especially after like 4,000 man in French armor game number 5,000 something.
Yeah, and also like it being $20 isn't too bad. That's pretty decent in my opinion, because I've sunk in a lot of hours into the game.
And that's fair.
Yeah. All right, so Queen of Racing, what should we do?
It's up to you. What would you like to do?
Because I know that I think you might be busy, and I don't want to take up any more of your time if you are truly busy.
It's fine. I'd like want to do like for a 2-hour block if you want to do something else.
That's true. That's true. I just, you know, if you have like other things you need to do, like I don't want to.
No, it's good. Like if you want, it's like if you want to do something else, I am totally cool with that.
Okay.
Like, we'll go up to 8, and then I think that will be a good place to stop. I do like this is a collab. I set time aside specifically for it. I'm cool with that. Like,
Yeah,
yes, I'm a fairly busy person. That is true, but I did say that I was going to have a collab, and I shall do that. I should definitely switch off Baby Rosalina.
All right, so you're gonna do Baby Rosalina?
No, I'm gonna switch off. No more baby. Baby has gone home.
Okay. Well, I want to get me a. Oh.
Okay.
I guess not. I guess it won't get me anything. I was gonna go get me a water.
There is no water. There is no hydration.
Yes. Another Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road. It's my favorite Rainbow Road. I love N64 Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
King Boo, let's go. Ghosty. Spoopy. Okay.
So you're a ghost?
Yep, I'm ghosty. I'm just haunting your house and stealing only your left sock.
Only my left sock. Joke's on you, I wear flip-flops.
Oh no!
I don't like socks.
It's warned my plans, my evil laid scheme I had planned for over 1,000 years to steal people's left socks.
I don't really like wearing socks. I don't know why, but they feel not great. I think that's also because I did retail for like 6 years, and so I'm like, I don't want to wear socks. I don't want to wear closed-toed shoes. But now that I work from home, I don't have to.
That's true. Working from home is the dream when it comes to most jobs, because then you can stay home and you don't even have to dress up. I don't have to go out there in a blouse and a skirt and shoes. I can just be in my PJs. Who will know? Nobody will know.
I was trying to read somebody's name in the chat. Hello! Konbanwa! Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to our stream.
Sika S. Mario Kato. I love you. Okay. Thank you for the sentiment.
Who doesn't love Mario Kart? We love Mario Kart so much that we're gonna pay $25 for 48 tracks.
Well, I thought it was free if you have the thing.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pay $25 extra for online service. Sorry. I'm sorry, Nintendo. You need a little bit more to entice me than that. Costs too much money to understand. We're poor out here.
This track's so hard.
This is probably my favorite track. I love this track.
Muzukashi. It's difficult. I also have, let's see here. So, looks like S. Mario Kart channel.
Mario Kart channel.
Has joined us. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm really bad at kanji, I'm not gonna lie to you. I could understand Japanese if you speak it to me. But if you ask me to read it...
Kanji's hard, and then, like, I'm not the best at, like, I can't speed read it. I have, like, the reading ability of not very well. Like, I'm very slow. I'm like, oh, I have to sit here. I need to get better at it. I need to start reading...
You should have paid more attention when you were younger. We spoke to you, but you don't speak back. You can only understand.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for being disappointed.
Like, I can kind of understand it a little bit, because I remember I went to, well, I was on vacation, I went to, like, I think it's called H Mart, and they sell, like, a lot of goods from, like, overseas, And I overheard basically a mom tell her kid to like hurry up in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of me is like, wow, this is the first time I've ever overheard a conversation. But I'm not gonna say anything. But then like my roommate who can speak English and Spanish, a part of me is like, is this what it's like for him all the time?
Yeah, when you know another language and you hear other people speaking another language, you kind of just you listen in on the conversations.
Yeah, but like,
in restaurants.
yeah, that was not me. I promise. That was me.
That
I
was
promise.
You. Take this banana. Take this banana. You will rule the day that you have hit. Oh, you will rule the day.
This is my life now.
This is your life now. Enjoy. Have bread shell.
Ah.
This is the spooky mansion. This is the boo mansion.
Spooky.
Oop. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I've been doing my best to like learn Japanese. I'm not the best at it, but I mean, like I have been.
For me, it's just the kanji. Like, I can understand generally if you speak it to me and I can respond to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But my kanji is really weak. If you give me the furigana, I'm fine. But if you don't, just give me like...
Yeah, I need the furigana. I need the... Yes, I need the furigana. But then, like, sometimes, like, people don't understand what I'm talking about unless I use, like, the very Americanized version. So, like, some people... I'm like, yeah, the you know, like the manga, and I've had people go like, what? The manga. Oh, okay.
No, it's just manga.
Manga.
It's not how it goes.
But apparently the one I hate it. I hate the way Food Network pronounces ponko. That's the thing that just rubs me the wrong way so badly. Is the way no, they call it painco.
What?
Yes, there is like a compilation of them mispronouncing ponko. Yeah,
but
they call
when it comes to, I suppose, like people can barely pronounce what people say for like ramen, for instance. Like, oh yeah, I just went out for tonkatsu ramen. They had tonkatsu ramen instead of tonkatsu ramen. And it's like,
yeah, you mean
there is one letter difference, but it is there is
yes. It's like, yeah, tonkatsu ramen. Yes.
Tonkatsu ramen. Because they had like the pork broth soup, right? But then they didn't have like the katsu on the side. They just had the chashu.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
It's fun to learn different languages. For me, like Chinese and Japanese, they're very similar. A lot of the characters are just the same between both languages. Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah.
At least like the harder kanji, like I is still the same, no matter which language.
Yeah.
The character for it, anyway.
Yeah, because they do use some of those same like characters. Remember one time, my roommate sent me a picture saying, "Hey, can you translate this ramen?" And I said to him, "This is Chinese. I don't know how to read Chinese." And he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "But it is ready in 3 minutes."
Not exactly the same, yeah, but there is some shared characters between.
Yeah, because
that
like
allow you to like guess what it's talking about.
Yeah, but like I was just under the assumption, I'm like, dude, it's ramen. It's gonna be ready in 3 minutes. It's cup ramen.
Really? Unless you're one of those people that just like, you know what? I'm not gonna have ramen. I'm going to have just the dry noodles with the powder. That's it. Easy meals.
I mean, like, I've, like, had that stuff stir-fried before, but that's because, like, I was just too lazy to cook and I didn't feel like having soup.
No, I'm not talking about dry. I'm talking, like, straight out of the package.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a snack. You can actually get that as a snack pre-done, where it's just, like, ramen powder and, like, the flavoring packet and the noodles.
You can also there's also, like, another snack that's just already pre-made called, like, mame. It is a Malaysian snack. It has like this knockoff looking Cookie Monster on the front.
I like the seaweed snacks. Those are so good. I love, okay, like the rice crackers with like the nori. I love that so much. I'm sorry?
Senbei crackers?
Senbei, yeah.
Oh, I mean senbei is your cracker. So.
I love rice crackers with nori. It's just so good.
It is nice.
Like I will eat all of them if I'm not careful.
Yeah, but that's the case with most snacks, right? Unless it's like Oreos or something where you can only eat so many before you start getting sick.
Yeah. Well, I have a problem with like chips and salsa because I want the salsa to be flavorful but still hurt.
Oh, yes, we like pain.
I mean, like, I want it to taste good, too, but, like, it can't be just spicy, it has to taste good.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, if it's just spice, it's not even fun, honestly.
Yeah, I want it to taste good, I want to enjoy what I'm eating. I want things... I'm such a picky eater.
No, like, if it doesn't taste good, then why bother? It's like eating durian. There's a very select people who will like durian.
Well, also, like, with, salsa, though, like, I want it to be from, like, yeehaw country because I don't trust any kind of salsa from, like, New York. It has to be from yeehaw country.
That's fair. It is what it is, right? Like, salsa, I find... It just varies on what's good or not, so... I generally don't have a lot of Mexican food, though. For me, I only have tacos once in a while, and I do realize that, like, the old Del Paso tacos are not real tacos. The real tacos are, like, these...
Yeah, the corn...
and they have actual meat instead of ground pork.
Yeah, and then a lot of them, like, real tacos, because my, roommate's family is from Mexico, so I had to learn how to make real tacos, which is not flour tortillas, they are soft corn tortillas.
And they get very angry when you call them tortilla. You cannot call them tortilla, they will murder you in your sleep. It has to be tortilla.
I will look my roommate straight in the eye and then mispronounce foods on purpose. I think I've said case of dillas. We all know the fajitas. It's fajitas, but you know, fajitas.
Yeah, I think that's the case with a lot of people's like traditional food. They have, like, tooth and nail for their culture.
I remember I said to him, I'm like, do you want to know how like my grandmother pronounces burrito? And he's like, am I gonna hate it? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And so he's like, how does she pronounce it? And I said, burrito.
Burrito.
Like that. Because she's like this woman with this like strong Mississippi accent.
Gotta get the burrito.
Yeah, she wants... It's not a burrito. She wants the burrito.
It's very both.
I'm now driving even worse than I normally am. I'm sorry. Because I just think about that and laugh.
It's like, what is it? It sounds French when you pronounce it bo. It's like burrito, what beautiful burrito. So sorry.
I know, but like, she doesn't say like the cat, like, because I remember apparently like a cat peed in her, like one of her cats peed in her purse, right? And so she didn't say, I'm upset, my cat peed in my purse. She's like, my purse smells like Tay-Tay.
That's great.
And like we're all in the hospital because of like it's supposed to be like serious and we have to like because of like something going on because there's like a medical emergency with Grandpa at the time, and so like we're all trying to keep a straight face, and she's going on and on and on about like how a cat Tay-Tay'd in her purse, and I'm like, Grandma, Grandpa's over there, Grandma.
I mean, if they were married, they probably already know that she's like that.
But yeah, I'm like, I'm like, you know what? I don't exactly have I don't have any way of like, I don't know how to help the situation, you know, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and kind of hope that we get out of this situation soon. But that was a couple of years ago.
That's totally fair. I mean, my grandmother was not that kind of like a silly person. She was more, she was very strict, my grandmother.
No, she was like completely serious though, that was the problem. She was really upset about the cat peeing in her purse, but like I just can't get over Tay-Tay. And I have to say in her accent though, that's the thing, because if I say TT, it's not as funny.
Tay-Tay. I'm playing it fails not Tay-Tay. I'm curious, did your grandmother like throw slippers at people?
I'm sorry?
Did your parents or grandparents like throw slippers at misbehaving children? I'm curious.
I don't know, but like I got way more candy than I should have when I was young and I visited their house. So much candy.
Just fair. Like for when I was growing up, there was my grandmother. She had pain. She couldn't really walk anywhere. She was, because her legs weren't really all that good because she worked on the farm and they were just gave out. But her throwing arm for this 80-year-old lady.
She could
so
easily
strong.
be a pitcher.
she like every single time a kid misbehaves, they turn around and they start running the other direction. They just be like, whoa!
Did you say TT? Yes, that's what my grandmother calls pee. Because the cat peed in her purse, but she says Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay.
She has like the strongest like Mississippi accent. It's still a Southern accent, of course, but it's just very specifically Mississippi. Well, also like she never got her driver's license, really? Like she never passed a test. Apparently when she worked on the military base, her boss was like, all right, we gotta go get a car, Jean. And my grandma's like, I don't have a license. And so then her boss picks up the phone and goes, yeah, can you give, Jean needs a license, and just tell her I approved it. And so she got a license without ever getting a driver's test. I know, American, like, air bases are, like, weird. Like, the military base is so weird. Well, yeah.
His driver's license. She doesn't even pass the test. It'll be fine.
Yeah, like, he just approved it, and I'm like, man, the past was weird. But yeah, no, also, for the record, she's not a good driver.
Oh. Well,
Not that she can drive anymore. Her eyes are too bad.
But, I mean, if she was a great grandma, then it's fine. Nothing like that.
Yeah, like, the past was weird, not gonna lie. Not, like, now that I think about it, yeah. But yeah. And then I had, Uma. Uma, that's German for grandmother. I think it's Oma, but I would just do the American version of Uma.
Like, oh, you talk about horse? No.
Sorry, Oma.
Okay.
That's German for grandmother, and,
That sounds so much nicer than what my grandmother was called in Chinese. It's called Apo.
I mean, like, Oma was, like, stubborn like a horse. But after she was... Oh, wait, I'm in first.
Yep.
No, I'm not. Okay. But she was a very strict German woman with, like, an accent, like, 5 feet thick. And
I mean,
Dad...
accents can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I remember, my mom, because, like, I've never met my oppa, my grandfather, on my father's side. Never met him, you know, and so, like, you know, my mom was like, you know, have you ever considered, like, you know, going out there and, like, you know, remarrying? And Oma was like, please. She's like, excuse me, I am a widowed woman. I can't mimic her accent, I'm sorry.
Very British.
No, actually, just very German accent. I'm not very good at German accents. I do
fair.
regret not learning German from my father, but c'est la vie.
C'est la vie. I mean, there's a lot of things I wish I could have learned from my grandparents. but I never really got to meet them very often, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to get that, quote unquote, what is it, knowledge from the past and just.
Yeah. Well, she didn't quite know how to interact with me because, her words, not mine. She's only raised boys. And so my mom's like, you can just talk to my child like they're a boy. And Oma was like, no, that cannot be. That's not proper. And my mom's like, they're literally one. They will not notice a difference.
I mean, it depends, right? Like when it comes to like, just get to know your child, figure out what they like, and just roll with it. You don't have to.
She was very
traditional, yeah.
Traditional, yeah. She was very traditional. She was not a very open person, so.
It was the same with my father. He was always very much, you must act a certain way. You must be the perfect lady. And I was like, what? Well, I mean, I was the rule breaker in my house.
Oh, same. Same.
He wanted me to act like a proper man, and there was like the whole arranged marriage thing, and I was like, no, I'm not cool with this.
I remember after a while my parents are like, a living, breathing person that's an adult, please.
Yes. Just a regular person.
It does not matter. They're like, it does not matter the gender, male, female, whatever. Does not matter. Just a living, breathing person.
Living, breathing person that does not do crime. Good enough.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That's how my parents were nowadays. It's like, you know what? You're a good kid. You didn't go out. You didn't go meet all the bad people out there. You didn't do drugs. Everything's good. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We just decided to become anime.
They don't know. They'll never know.
Yeah, my parents don't know.
They can never know.
Pretty much.
I will take it to the grave. I can become cartoon all I want, but they shall never know. You can be a cartoon and be an anime, and even it's the same thing. No, that's another blue shell. That's another blue shell. Wow, that's a second blue shell. Fancy that. But when it comes to, actually, like when I was a kid, because the internet hadn't come out yet, so there wasn't really as much intermingling of all the different cultures, so it was a very different time. Like, I remember having like tea ceremonies and everything with my parents, and it's like, you need to turn the cup this many degrees. It's important, because it's not elegant if you don't turn it in the other direction.
Mine was a little bit different though, because like, my mom wanted one way and my dad wanted another, and it was this really strange clash of like American and German cultures almost. More American than German, that was the problem, I think, also.
Nothing wrong with that though. Like, as long as the kid is happy and they are doing fairly decently in school, I don't think there's any real problem.
Yeah, my current problem was that like I almost didn't learn English because I was in a place where I was born. They spoke a lot of more Spanish than English. I'm still in the US, by the way. More Spanish than English. In certain parts. My father was trying to teach me German, and then my mom was trying to teach me English. And I unfortunately had a learning disability.
I mean, you're okay now, dude.
Yeah, I can. English is like the best language I know, because my mom was like, we're gonna teach you English, and you're gonna be so good at it. Like, if this is gonna be the only language you know for some reason, we're gonna make sure you know it forwards and backwards. My mom also was an English teacher in college.
At least that way you got a good education, so
yeah,
some of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I was given the opportunity to learn a lot of stuff when I was younger that other kids didn't, like piano and singing and stuff like that. versus like I'm so glad my father was not one of those people who was like a jock, quote unquote. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta go and become the very best at some random sport.
Like no one ever was.
Hmm. I mean,
Catch-
yeah, okay, yeah, like there, I did join the cheerleader squad just because my mom wanted me to, but I didn't do it like super wholeheartedly.
I think my father forced me to do soccer, and then after a while, I'm like, I just want to watch Pokemon on Saturdays.
Yeah, why can't I watch Brock and his newest hit song, Two Perfect Girls for him?
Was that an actual song?
Yes, they went, Jenny, oh Jenny, joy. Oh. It's a rockabilly style song, and I was like, okay. Brock's got pipes. All right, fine, fair.
Sure.
He's great with kids. He can sing. Why does nobody want him?
I think it's because like he flirts. I think it's because like he does flirt a lot, and sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable if unprompted. You know, if you weren't expecting that. Oh, I love this. I love the winter track.
The winter track is a little snowman.
I love the
so
snowman.
Happy. Have you ever actually tried to like build like an actual like ice sculpture snowman?
Yes, I've made a snowman before. When I was a little kid, what I would do is I would actually get an ice cream scoop and make lots of little snowmen.
Me, because at the time that's really cute though, the ice cream snowmen.
Yeah, like they'd be like really small, but unfortunately sometimes they'd freak a lot of people out because like I'd be playing at other people's yards and then they would be like, I'd be long gone, I'd be like walking away, but they would, you know, imagine, right, if you will, you open the door and your yard is full of like tiny snowmen.
Like, that's fair. I think it'd be horrifying, honestly, to have just this random kid just sitting there. It'd also be kind of cute if they were having fun.
Well, I'd always like.
Go on.
I'd also make snow angels behind parked cars, so when they backed out, they'd run over the snow angel.
Oh no. Rest in peace, Snow Angel. You died too young because young Yamiko decided that they wanted to make a Snow Angel roadkill.
Yes, but like, when the neighbors did complain because apparently they had a mini heart attack thinking they did actually hit somebody.
Really?
I guess so. They thought it was not funny. They thought it was a cruel prank.
I mean, yeah, I can see that, but it was it's just a kid, right? You can't get angry at a kid.
I think I was like 12 at the time.
Did you go through any weird phases, like quote unquote goth phase or like a punk phase?
Yeah, I had like a goth phase, but I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it is. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wear black sweatpants and black shirts and call it good.
It's goth. We promise you.
It's just budget goth. Yeah.
No black eyeliner.
I couldn't afford it. Also, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup.
That is just a person in sweatpants. It's no longer goth. The bare minimum is like you have to be like wearing.
I think I had the occasional like black nail polish or dark colored nail polish, but that's.
Do you have a weeb face?
Yes, I've never left it. That's why I'm here.
Part of it.
But I'm less cringe now than I was when I was a kid.
I was so cringe back then.
I know. I was so
in, like full on like Lolita style clothing, cat ears, the whole shit. Whole shebang.
I would just like collect like manga and anime. Oops. You know.
Oh. I'm so glad I didn't go through the Sonic phase though. Like
I didn't have Sonic phase, no. But I knew somebody who did, and I was friends with them for a while, and then after a while I'm like, this friendship is a little bye. A little toxic.
Oh, toxic?
Yeah, it's a little toxic. So, I mean, also it was in middle school, so hey.
I mean, yeah, when we're middle school, people are dumb, but still.
So I'm not friends with them anymore. That's okay.
I hope you became a better person later.
I don't know, I just don't want to interact with them anymore.
That's fair.
I'm just saying, I kind of draw the line at physical abuse.
A lot of oh really
Yeah, they would punch me if I said something they didn't like.
That's not a friendship. That's
yeah. That's why I'm like I'm not friends with them anymore. For
that's completely fair. That is 100% fair. I didn't know there were blue shell.
Yeah, and then what made me mad is that, like, apparently they ended up working in the same place as my older brother, befriending my older brother, and then, like, my mom and older brother were like, oh, give them another chance, and I'm like, no.
No, that's fair. You're entitled to that. If they were hitting you, then I would say that you're 100% entitled to that. Physical abuse is never okay.
Yeah. But it is what it is, you know? I'm an adult now, but I think, like, the last time I saw them, they kept trying to, like, one-up me, even though I was trying to have, like, a civil conversation, you know? And I'm like, okay, it's not a competition. We're not in middle school anymore. There's, you know, I was just trying to tell you what's going on in my life. But okay. You know?
Like how they have something to prove. It's just like, you got nothing to prove. It's just people.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I have a new job now. Oh, really? Well, then this is going on. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Right?
Okay.
It's not important that you need to one-up somebody. It's just like, they're just trying to have a person live their life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I didn't think I was trying to, like, start, like, a one-upman thing, because I'm like, you know, a new job is kind of normal to talk about if someone's saying, hey, what's going on with your life? Mm-hmm. This first stream is supposed to be a fun stream. No, a sad stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is a fun stream.
Sorry.
But
we are having a fun stream, I think.
I am.
I'm having a fun stream.
Yeah.
Yee.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, what were some of the things you weren't allowed to have, like, as a kid? Like, you weren't, like, allowed to have, like a certain toy or something like that. Because I wasn't allowed to have Bratz dolls, for example.
Bratz.
I wasn't allowed to have Bratz dolls. They're like, you can have Barbie.
No. I'm just laughing at the fact that Bratz dolls are one of those things that I always found the proportions to be very strange.
Yeah, but, like, I was allowed to have Barbie. I had a biker Barbie.
Biker Barbie. I had a, what was it? I wasn't allowed to have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. No Yu-Gi-Oh cards for me. I had to, like, buy them off the playground black market.
Really?
Yeah, because we had, like, at the back of the school, there were people, like, dealing in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, yeah, I got those. Like, good.
I got some Karibos.
Got some Karibos.
Got some Karibos.
I got some Doritos. If you got the cat, they didn't deal in cash. They dealt in snacks.
Really?
Like, because I always brought, like, Asian snacks with me, so I had, like, these corn balls, and then everyone kept thinking they were corn pops, but they're salty. I go and trade in Pocky because I thought it was fun.
Dude, Pocky is so good. By the way,
Pocky.
You only need 3 more subs for the 100. Oh, really? I didn't know.
Ooh, it's excellent.
Thank
You're almost there.
I'm almost there. We'll play that scary game once we reach 100. Okay?
Do it.
I will. Because tomorrow's my day that I devote to making a schedule. So Sundays I very rarely stream, and if I do, it's more like a guerrilla stream. Because I have time, but I probably won't because I'll be spending the day with my family.
It's totally fair. Family time's important. I got time for, like, just one more race, like, just as a standard race, maybe.
Okay.
Can we do just one race?
How do I do one race?
I don't know.
See, maybe if I go back, that's 48. Okay, so for some reason it goes from 4 races to 48.
48 races? We could call it here, too. That's
yeah,
an
we
option.
Can call it here. I'm cool with that.
I hope you had fun, though. I had a lot of fun just talking about the various different topics. I mean, it started to get a little wonky at the end, but...
Sorry.
No, that's totally cool. I understand sometimes the conversation just starts going in that direction, so thank you, Marco, for drawing us back, pulling us back from the...
I'm sorry.
The work. No, don't be sorry. I'm also part of the blame. But still, I hope... It was a lot of fun. Let's do this again sometime.
Yeah. I never had any really interesting snacks. I had, like, the Scooby-Doo snacks, like, growing up. Yeah. But people always wanted them.
Over here anymore.
They don't make the Scooby-Doo snacks anymore.
Dunkaroos.
At least they brought back Dunkaroos.
Yeah, they did, but I remember like when you had like the Dunkaroo was like when they took away Dunkaroos. But the
Yeah.
school banned Dunkaroos. You weren't allowed to have Dunkaroos.
Why did they ban them?
Because they were a bad influence on children. Apparently, dipping cookies in frosting was degenerate.
Dipping cookies? No. We can't corrupt their youth with the sugar.
And corrupt the youth with the frosting.
I miss... Do they still sell, like, the Trix yogurt? Because I miss that. I almost am tempted to buy my thing. If they still have it, I'm tempted to buy the Trix yogurt just to relive how garbage it was.
Trix yogurt? I don't think they had Trix.
They had Trix yogurt growing up, and it was, like, two-toned.
I'm just like, does it still exist?
I don't know. Let me see.
It does still exist.
Really? Let me see here.
It's on Amazon. You'll play to still sell you.
Because it has like the swirl in it. Yeah, it was like two-toned.
A month ago, yeah, they still sell it.
Okay, I now know what I got to, because my school only carried two kinds. Either like the raspberry, that was like two-toned, like, it was like blue and pink, and then they also had like cotton candy.
For me, we had these, what was it, Go-Gurt? Go-Gurt was the big...
Yeah, or if you had,
What it was?
I'm thinking, not, they had the thing. They had... Lunchables.
Oh no, Lunchables.
Yeah, Lunchables had like all sorts of like different stuff.
Like the thing with Lunchables in general, Lunchables, the snack.
I remember they had like a thing with the Fantastic Four where they had like 4 different pieces in the of a puzzle toy thing, in the Lunchables, and so like you had to collect, you know, all 4 to reveal the secret thing in the middle. And I managed to somehow get all 4 pieces despite never having a Lunchables in my life because my parents thought they were a waste of money, but I somehow managed to get the pieces because I would just, because some kid would be like, oh, I already have this piece. I'm like, oh, can I have it? And like, yeah, sure. I'm like, yes.
Got all of them now.
I got them all. So much power.
Like back then, if you had there's like tiers of Lunchables because kids had also traded Lunchables.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had the pizza Lunchable, you were the cool kid on the block. Everyone wanted the pizza Lunchable.
Yeah, because I think it was either the pizza and then like the chips and like the salsa and queso ones were like the top tier from where I was.
Yeah, the chicken nuggets one. They wanted the chicken nugget.
Nobody liked the chicken nuggets one. I think
really?
Yeah, I think it's because like we had like a lot of. I think it's just like the population, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. And the other one is like nobody wanted the cracker. If you got like the crackers and cheese one, nobody wanted to try it.
I think the crackers and cheese wasn't that bad as long as you had ham, because I think if you had bologna, nobody wanted you.
Bologna was so sad. I was like,
I don't even like.
You know
bologna.
what? I'll just have regular lunch.
Yeah. I remember one time I got my brother's lunch instead of mine, and I hated it because he wanted peanut butter and cheese.
Peanut butter and cheese? That sounds gross.
And like the teacher was upset that I wasn't eating it, and they're like, why aren't you eating your lunch? I'm like, it's peanut butter and cheese. And the teacher left and then came back and then gave me a school lunch.
Yeah, that's fair. Peanut butter and cheese just doesn't sound nice.
I know, but I was just as weird because I wanted an uncooked grilled cheese sandwich.
And that's just a cheese sandwich. It's not grilled anymore.
But it has like butter in it.
But you're taking out the grilled part. It just becomes a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, it just becomes cheese and butter.
cheese butter sandwiches. I mean, it's not as bad as my other friend who had mayo sandwiches, just mayo, nothing else.
That's disgusting. But at least mine had cheese in it. At least, you know, by at least like acknowledging that it's an ungrilled grilled cheese. At least that makes at least a little bit more sense than peanut butter and cheese.
At least butter and cheese is very common. It's fine. You can have it. Everybody gets one. But peanut butter and cheese, that sounds. No, that's not it.
It was worse because it was like pepper jack too. It was pepper jack and peanut butter.
Waste of pepper jack cheese. I could have eaten that.
I know. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today.
course. Thank you so much for having me. I hope that everyone who was here had fun. And please go subscribe to Yamiko Hiba.
Well, please subscribe to ZoozooCh. Please, they're amazing.
and well, I'm not amazing, but if you want to,
oh, you are. You like Neopets.
But everybody loves Neopets, right? But anyway, thank you for having me. Have a wonderful night, and let's do this again sometime.
Yes, please. It'll be great. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. You know, have a good day, night, whatever time it is. I hope you guys have a good one, and don't forget to be kind to each other. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay.